Coming up on this edition of Out of the Blue from Middle Tennessee State University, we're near Fort Knox, Kentucky, and we'll be up in the blue with the United States Army's Golden Knights parachute team. We'll also be talking about MTSU's 70-year partnership with the United States Army and our great Charlie and Hazel Daniels Veterans and Military Family Center. I'm Andrew Ottman, and this is Out of the Blue. Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman, and I'm aboard one of the Army's mobile exhibits that they take from school to school across the country to talk about the benefits and opportunities offered by the United States Army. MTSU is no stranger to those opportunities, as we've had a 70-year partnership with the Army hosting a Reserve Officer Training Corps detachment on our campus. Here to tell us about the proud tradition and history of our ROTC detachment is Lieutenant Colonel Carrick McCarthy, the Professor of Military Science at MTSU.
Colonel, thanks for joining us for the program. We really appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Let's start at the beginning. 70-year tradition of ROTC at Middle Tennessee State University. Talk about our origins of this program and the goals and objectives of the ROTC program at MTSU.
Sure. So as you mentioned, we've been around for about 70 years. So the ROTC program here at Middle Tennessee State University was started back in 1950. At that time, it's my understanding that as a state college, military science was a required course of curriculum for all male students on the university. So you can imagine how many actual students that would actually be. We're a little bit smaller now, but that is due in a lot of part to the size of our overall Army and kind of the all-volunteer force that we've adopted since then. So we've had graduates that have gone on to serve in Vietnam and other conflicts in our nation's history, as well as other humanitarian responses and things that don't quite rise to the level of armed conflict. And we're very proud of that. We're very proud of our alumni that have gone on to serve both the country and the state, both in and out of uniform. I'd just like to kind of mention that in our 70 years, we're very proud to have produced 16 general officers for the United States Army. That is quite an accomplishment, and we're very proud of that fact. And we're very proud to display their photos here in the building.
It is an accomplishment. We talk about them all the time, and we're very, very proud of that. Colonel, let's talk about how you can serve the Army through ROTC. There's the regular Army, there's the Army Reserve, the Army National Guard. Talk about each of those three options.
Sure. So ROTC is the largest commissioning source for the United States Army. Overall, across the country, we produce about 70% of the Army's commissioned officers. And as you said, ROTC is a very flexible way to serve both the Army and your country. So our graduates go on to serve in the active duty force, the reserve force, and the National Guard. So the active duty force, you would just naturally think of full-time service. That is what I am and most of my cadre. We serve as an active duty force, that this is our day-to-day job. The benefit of ROTC is that for those that have other plans after college, serving in a civilian type capacity, they can balance their service in the Army with kind of the 1 week in a month, 2 weeks a year model. And so when we go out and talk to prospects, those that are looking to become airline pilots with our aerospace program, or those are looking to become doctors or scientists or concrete management, there is a path for them to serve as well as continue to pursue their civilian goals.
We've talked about the fact the Army offers 150 career options for its officers and soldiers. And we have about 180 majors here at MTSU. It's not that you're majoring in military science, correct? I major in something else if I choose to enroll in your program.
That is correct. There are no majors in military science. We do offer a minor in military science and applied leadership. That can be taken in conjunction with other minors and obviously other majors.
I'd be accused of burying the lead if I didn't ask this question, but a lot of students want to know that there's scholarship dollars attached to ROT service. Is that a possibility?
Absolutely. So over 80% of our cadets are actually on scholarship. And kind of what that means, there's kind of two options to apply that scholarship. So many of our students apply that scholarship to tuition and fees each semester. But for some of our students, they have other ways of paying for their tuition and fees. And so they're able to take their ROTC scholarship and apply it to a room and board payout in the amount of $5,000 per semester. In addition to that, they also get $600 per semester in book fees. That's kind of right off the top, as well as, and this isn't solely for scholarship cadets, but our cadets receive a $420 a month stipend for 10 months out of the year.
That's really fascinating. So this is one of the few instances where you can really stack scholarship opportunities. If I'm a Tennessean, I get the Hope Scholarship. If I qualify for an academic scholarship, I get that money. And then this opportunity, if I qualify for one of your scholarships, that's room and board money plus the living stipend, right? So that's a pretty lucrative package.
Absolutely. And a lot of our cadets take full advantage of that. Not to mention that we have a large percentage of our cadet body that also serves in either the National Guard or the Army Reserve. So they are also getting paid monthly for that service as well. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that the state of Tennessee actually offers its Guard members a very generous benefit in the form of Tennessee Strong, which will actually pay tuition for the members' first bachelor's degree. And so we have students that are both serving in the Guard and take advantage of Tennessee Strong, as well as receiving a Army ROTC scholarship. And so they're using that money towards room and board.
So you're taking students with a wide variety of interests, but there's got to be some qualification, some minimum standard that you're looking for, because obviously I'm going to serve in a United States Army officer role. What are some of the things you're looking for in potential students?
Well, I'll tell you, I tend to look back on my service in the Army and the soldiers that I've led. And so, priority number one is we're looking for students that have the potential of being excellent leaders. We believe that every soldier in the United States Army deserves good leadership. And so most of all, that's what we're looking for. When a student, a prospect walks through our doors, we're trying to evaluate whether we would want our previous soldiers serving under their leadership. Kind of beyond that, we're looking for the kind of the total package. So someone that has the academic background, who is doing well in their course of study, who is physically fit, and again, has the potential to be a quality leader for the United States Army.
Colonel, obviously these are challenging times with the economy. We're rebuilding after the effects of the pandemic. I suppose one of the opportunities being selected into this program, if the active duty Army is my option, is there's a job waiting for me right out of graduation and upon commissioning, correct? And tell me about that opportunity. Talk about the pay even.
I think the United States Army on the active side offers a very competitive pay structure for young second lieutenants straight out of college. Like you mentioned, it's a guaranteed job. And not to mention, the Army offers housing allowance for officers. They offer a basic allowance for subsistence, as well as, the Army's got a new kind of retirement structure that is, I would say, very competitive with the private sector.
Obviously, I see our Corps of Cadets on campus all the time. We call them the Blue Raider Detachment. They look like they're building bonds with each other, cohesive. There's a lot of camaraderie. I mean, you really get a sense of belonging from that radiates from them. And I assume that's a leadership of you and your officers that are guiding and molding them to become officers. Absolutely. The Army is probably America's largest team. And so we try to instill that same
climate and atmosphere here in the program. And we do that in kind of unique ways on the university. Our students are probably the first ones here on campus 4 days of the week. At 06 in the morning, they're out there doing PT. Now, COVID has presented some challenges on how we do that, but I'm very proud of our cadet chain of command that they've been innovative and creative, and taking care of our cadets as future leaders is our number one priority. So we never do anything that put them at risk. But I would say that through shared sweat and sacrifice, you really build those bonds of teamwork and friendship that really last a lifetime. Our alumni come back and they still have those same friends from when they were here in the ROTC program.
Well, Lieutenant Colonel Carrick McCarthy, our Professor of Military Science of the Blue Raider Detachment, Army ROTC. Colonel, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Andrew.
We'll be right back.
Your MTSU Alumni Association has a goal of placing this pin on the lapel of all those who call this campus theirs. Let's pass that tradition on.
Let's pass it on.
You know you gotta climb higher, climb higher, let the fire burn brighter, be stronger, go longer, climb
I am True Blue.
As a member of this diverse community,
I am a valuable contributor
to its progress and success.
I'm engaged in the life of this community.
I am a recipient and a giver.
I'm a listener and a speaker.
I am honest in word and deed.
I am committed to reason, not violence.
I am a learner.
Now and forever.
I am a Blue Raider.
I am a Blue Raider.
I'm a Blue Raider.
True Blue.
Pass the tradition on.
Pass the tradition on.
Pass it on.
I am True Blue.
As a member of this diverse community,
I am a valuable contributor
to its progress and success.
I'm engaged in the life of this community.
I am a recipient and a giver.
I'm a listener and a speaker.
I am honest in word and deed.
I am committed to reason, not violence.
I am a learner.
Now and forever.
I am a Blue Raider.
I am a Blue Raider.
I'm a Blue Raider.
True Blue.
Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Ottman, and we're coming to you near Fort Knox, Kentucky for this special edition of Out of the Blue, focusing on MTSU's partnership with the United States Army. Part of our work with the Army and the other branches of the service is that we want to make sure that we take care of the veterans and family members who have sacrificed and served our country and now want to have a higher education experience. At Middle Tennessee State University, the Charlie and Hazel Daniels Veterans and Military Family Center is key to that. And here to tell you more about the services we offer at the Daniels Center is retired Army Lieutenant General Keith Huber, our Senior Advisor for Veterans and Leadership Initiatives.
My name is Keith Huber, Lieutenant General, U.S. Army, retired, West Point class of 1975. Courage and drive. We're going to start with the Charlie and Hazel Daniels Veterans and Military Family Center, which is the physically largest and most comprehensive veteran support facility on an academic campus in the nation. I had the privilege to serve as the senior advisor for veterans and military leadership initiatives here at Middle Tennessee State University, True Blue. We're now inside of the Charlie and Hazel Daniels Veterans and Military Family Center, 3,200 square feet, the physically largest veterans support center on an academic campus in the nation. We help on an average 1,100 student veterans and military family members a semester who are enrolled here. We assist them with understanding their education benefits, but we do so much more than that. We serve veterans and military family members nationwide without the restriction or requirement that they belong to MTSU as a student or faculty. We make people aware of the VA benefits that their selfless service and uniform has earned them and their families, what the benefits are, how to gain access to them, and if they have issues, how to resolve those. We help people find employment, because isn't that the true value of an education, is what you do with it. As our veterans seek to return home, to reintegrate into their family, to integrate into the community and the workforce that they dedicated their life to protect and defend. Allow me to describe the historic and incredible support provided by Middle Tennessee State University on behalf of our veterans and their family members. University President Sidney A. McPhee allowed me to create and construct and staff what we originally called the Veterans and Military Family Center here in November of 2015. I had the privilege then to meet Charlie and Hazel Daniels and what humble patriots they are, and their support for the military. Over the last 5 years, Charlie has provided financial support, book signing, and songs to inspire us all. I show that in August of 2016, we renamed the center to the Charlie and Hazel Daniels Veterans and Military Family Center in recognition and admiration of their unparalleled support to our military. When Charlie passed on the 6th of July, we held a military honors funeral on the 8th of July, where I had the privilege to present the folded American flag that had draped his casket to a beloved wife, Miss Hazel. And I promised her that the legend and the work that Charlie and Hazel were doing with our veterans would continue and increase here at Middle Tennessee State University. I had the privilege to serve for 38 years of my life on active duty in the United States Army as an infantryman and Green Beret. During that time, I served 2 years in Afghanistan, and this flag flew over my base camp on the 10th anniversary of 9/11 in Afghanistan, and I provided it to the center.
Your MTSU Alumni Association has a goal of placing this pin on the lapel of all those who call this campus theirs. Let's pass that tradition on.
Let's pass it on.
You know you gotta climb higher, climb higher, let the fire burn brighter, be stronger, go longer, climb higher, climb
I am True Blue.
As a member of this diverse community,
I am a valuable contributor
to its progress and success.
I'm engaged in the life of this community.
I am a recipient and a giver.
I'm a listener and a speaker.
I am honest in word and deed.
I am committed to reason, not violence.
I am a learner. Now is brother.
I am a Blue Raider.
I am a Blue Raider.
I'm a Blue Raider.
True blue.
Pass the tradition on.
Pass the tradition on.
Pass it on.
You know you gotta climb higher. Climb higher. Let the fire burn brighter. Be stronger. Go longer. Climb higher. Climb
Welcome back to Out of the Blue. I'm Andrew Oppman, talking to you outside of Fort Knox, Kentucky for a special edition of our program focusing on MTSU's partnership with the United States Army. Today, I'm going to be jumping out of a perfectly good aircraft with the United States Army's precision parachute team, the Golden Knights. Annually, the Golden Knights perform more than 20,000 jumps in front of an estimated 12 million people, earning them the title of the Army's Goodwill Ambassadors to the world. The Golden Knights have performed more than 14,000 shows in all 50 states and 48 countries, and they play a key role in the Army's strategic outreach program. Our sergeant, who's going to be jumping with me, is the fastest man in the United States Army.
Without a motor.
What's that?
Without a motor.
Without a motor. Jumps in a free fall parachute jump in speeds in excess of 300 miles per hour. Third fastest in the United States, correct?
Yes.
And he's about to go to compete internationally in a world competition in Russia.
Everything still feeling pretty good?
All feels good. So they paired the fastest guy in the Army with the slowest guy on television.
We're going to change some of that. So pretty much, I like to go fast. Right? So if at any point you feel
You have a record of going fast.
So if at any point you feel me tapping your hip, that means I want you to arch back. Okay, just nice and relaxed.
Arch back. What do you think? Is it a look for me?
Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning.
How are you doing, sir?
I am doing fantastic.
Are you excited?
I am very excited. It's a beautiful day here in Elizabethtown, Kentucky, and being with the Army Golden Knights is a real treat. I'm looking forward to this.
So that's the plan for today, tandem jump with the U.S. Army Golden Knights. Was this your idea?
You know what? It was my idea. MTSU, my university, has an Army ROTC program. I wanted to represent them proud. And I'm also an Army Reserve Ambassador representing the 3,600 reservists in the state of Tennessee. So I want to do them proud too. So you got to help me, all right?
Oh, you will, sir.
All right.
All right, sir. Well, we're done here. Next time you see this camera, it's going to be at that plane waiting for us.
All right. I won't let you down.
See you there.
All right. Describe for us the fastest man in the Army gig. How did that happen? What's it about?
Back in 2008, they started wanting to see how fast skydivers could go. And in the United States, I think it was averaging somewhere between 250 to 260 miles an hour. And then over the past 3 or 4 years, they actually have been pushing over 300 to 310 miles an hour. That's how fast the fastest guy in the United States is right now.
Wow.
And so yeah, the world record is 315 miles an hour. So
315.
Yep.
Wow. So it's got to be a combination of all the right dynamics, right?
Pretty much. You're trying.
Poise, angle, everything.
Yep. Little to no drag is what you're looking for, but you have to have just a little bit of drag so that you can actually feel the wind. I've actually tried it in a latex suit with no drag, and unfortunately, I can't feel the air either. So because of that, my body will start to flip on itself and basically cause drag on its own because you want to be as pinpointed out as you can.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah, when I hit, it was 302.8 miles an hour, but my body was at 87 degrees, I believe.
87 degrees.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly at 90. Yeah, because your body starts falling into its burble, and then that causes drag because your feet are basically whipping back and forth in that burble.
Wow.
So.
Wow. And obviously the only way you can train for this is to keep jumping, right?
That's right.
Working on your technique and all that.
Yep.
And the competition you're doing in Russia, when is that happening?
That's happening sometime next year. Because of coronavirus, we had to push it off.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it was supposed to happen this year, and then they ended up canceling the next year. Or postponing, I should say, to next year.
Fastest man in the Army.
Fastest man in the Army.
Fastest man in the Army. I've had rides at Disney World jerk me around worse than this. Everybody did this such in a smooth, professional, calm way. And it was so beautiful. It was really so different than what I thought and so better than I would have thought too. I mean, the professionalism of the team, telling you what to do, even though you're doing something that you wouldn't really necessarily think you should do, was just remarkable. It had that kind of ease to it. And you really got the sense that you were with people that this is their love, their passion, their profession. They knew what they're doing. They knew what they were talking about. And they just really enjoyed doing it. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun.